Welcome to the TADSummit online conference. This is a session dedicated to vCon TADHack and all the amazing hacks that we've received from last week. So we're going to kick off with Sabrina. So Thomas, Sabrina, it's so nice you're actually able to meet for the first time.
Super exciting.
Well, I got to tell you, I really enjoyed your submission, and we had, as I'll say a few times, we had a lot of good submissions this time. It was an embarrassment of riches, and what I'd love to hear from you is, you know, how you came up with the idea and what were your ideas around it, and the second thing we want to talk about is one of the reasons why I think you really floated to the top was everyone had really great hacks, but you presented yours just beautifully. I thought yours was one of the best presentations I've seen, just period. I thought that was really an amazing piece of work. So thank you for that. So tell us about your experience with it. Tell me what you were thinking about, and and your hack.
Thank you. With my hack, so starting off, I've been with my job for 17 years.
Mm.
And so I have business background. I'm an expense clerk. And so I think more on the business side, as well as I create flyers. I was a content creator for realtors for
Yeah.
their social media. And so I do have that background.
Yeah.
So I always think of the pain points. Like in my current job, we think, how can we make this easier for our members? And so I thought, how can we make this easier for the user, for businesses? And so I wanted to create something that's easy to use for people who do not have tech background.
Hmm.
Um, and so that was my thought process with that, while using, the vCon files. And with the video, I just love creating videos. That's like one of my passions.
Yeah. Great.
But like you said, everyone did so amazing. I was so blown away um, by everyone's hacks. And for me personally, I would love to learn more of the tech side.
Yeah.
Um, that's my
Yeah.
goal. If there are any, mentorship opportunities, just to learn more.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to tell you, so I think all that experience really showed through. I thought it was just a completely professional job, and that didn't escape my notice. I noticed the pain points. I noticed the identification, the solution, and the embodiment of that. I thought that was really great stuff, and I appreciate that idea for growing into tech. But there is one thing which I think is important to say is that the part of the real secret sauce is creativity and knowing how to put things together. And we all have parts in our lives where we wish we knew more about it, right? I think I would have loved to have been actually more of a marketing person for a while. That would have been kind of fun for me, but I never had a real chance to do that, right? I've been too busy doing, writing code. And that one of the real promises of AI in general, and beacons in particular, is to be able to give us a lot more powerful tools that we don't have to be as hands-on as we used to be, because the tool will take care of a lot of that for us. And that's true with tech, it's probably true with presentation, true for a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So just but on a technical note, so what were the tools that you used to generate that video? I thought that was really, was it a Canva
Yes, so
tool?
I
Yeah.
use Replit and I used Canva as well as CapCut. So I used CapCut to edit my video.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. That's very nice. Very nice. Okay, so I'm not going to ask you where you're going to spend your money on your prize money, but I hope but I hope it's on something fun for you. So
Yes, I'm so grateful. So I promise, praying to give away 10% to someone in need and then pay for school.
oh,
Yeah,
good for you. That sounds great. Oh, very
that's
good. That's
excellent.
that's a great idea. Very
Oh
good
yeah,
idea. So
absolutely. So
yeah,
because of the short time, Amandu has joined.
yeah.
Amandu, Are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Hey,
Hi, Ahmadu.
thanks.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
Well,
Hope you're all doing good. Well,
I want to congratulate you on your great work and congratulations on winning.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And thank you to Alan as well for making TADHack possible for all of us.
You're
Well,
welcome.
thank you for making TADHack such an excellent place to compete.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
not
Yeah.
you are surrounded by very good people all the way around.
Hmm.
Give me just from you to tell me about your hack for just for a minute or so. I'm interested to know how you came to it.
Okay. So sorry, am I audible or no?
Yes, yeah,
Yes, you
for
are
sure.
fine.
My hack is due to a startup, an organization, startup thingy. My friends and I have been working on for like a year and a half. It's just the four of us, and so I live in Nigeria, a country in
Hmm.
West Africa, and there are a lot of communities that are very remote, very isolated, and when foreign support organizations or even local support organizations, let's say governmental, governmental organizations and also non-governmental organizations, when they want to render their services, like they find it very difficult to reach out to these people because now we are in the digital age. People are very tech savvy, and social media savvy, but
Yeah,
these sort of penetrations and awareness are not present in type of these types of communities. They are, if they are familiar with the technology, it's mostly SMS or a phone call, or
Yeah.
maybe for the educated ones, the good old email, traditional email. So this platform, which we call Case, um, is a platform we've been working on that will be, we want to be able to connect support organizations, to underserved communities, because we did this project started off as an so I just recently graduated last November, and the four of us, all the four of us, and the co-founders, and it started off as an academic pursuit for us because it was we were told to come up with an academic project, and we decided to look in our communities to see what we can fix, and something like we all agreed unanimously to work on Case as a platform. We want to bring I mean, it took us a while to figure out what we need to do is actually just create a platform to connect support organizations to these communities. I mean, what Case was before was very it didn't really have a direction. We wanted to create a community to help people, but in terms of how do we make this help happen was a mystery for us. And during the course of our journey, we realized that what we need to do is connect the people who can help and the people who need help. So
yeah,
that's where we
yeah.
are. But then,
Yeah, I gotta tell you, and I think that really puts you over the top for me. I mean, your creativity, and your understanding of the power of vCons to establish memory, to be able to take different stakeholders and put them
yeah,
together in the same place. Um, that was wonderful, but the social good of it that
Yeah.
you're aiming to do, I think really just was hard to ignore.
Yeah.
So. Best of luck with all of that. I know that you've got some fans in the TADHack community. A lot of us are pulling for you. So congratulations
thank
to
you
you.
so much.
You're very
Thank you
welcome.
so
You deserved
much.
it. Surely deserved it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Amantu.
Ziad, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, as I've been saying ad nauseum, you're one of the people who made it a very hard choice to make. We had lots of really good entries, but you floated to the top. I would love to hear from you, like how, your idea and how you came up to it, and that would be a really great place to start, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. So honestly, the genesis of the idea, I watched the interview that you did. I think it's like a session, the intro
Hmm.
session that we had for vCon for TADHack. And
Yeah.
I watched a couple of times trying to get an idea for something that, would need programming or a little bit of development, but I couldn't come up with an idea. And the craziest part was I couldn't even get a developer to partner with. So after deliberating on the issue of whether I should actually even bother to participate this time around, I think that was on the day was to submit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I just came up with it and I was like, okay, you have an organization. Why not you look into how you can apply vCons to make operations better? And I was like, let me just go ahead with this. So I emailed Alan and asking him if I could still participate, and he said, "Yeah, sure." So I just went ahead with it. Yeah, that's just to be honest, that's how everything came up.
But it's such a
There's
beautiful
nothing.
story.
Yeah, there's this saying where it's when you least expect something that happens. So I just did it just because I wanted to do it. I just wanted to put my idea out there. I wasn't really expecting anything. I was like, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it's fine and good. So that was just it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things I really like about the vCon, especially with stuff like TADHack, where you're making integrations, that because it's a document, you actually have the opportunity to let your imagination go quick, and
Honestly,
you can do stuff at the last minute because you don't have those integration issues, which
yeah.
I thought was really well displayed. And and I think you really showed us the kind of insights that you can get, right, that you just couldn't have gotten before without actually listening to what customers say. So I thought
Yeah.
that really came out good too.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
so what you could have done that you did because you had a short time frame? Were there anything that you wish you could have extended to and worked on?
Hmm. To be honest, I wish it could have been fully developed, but I think that's something I'm looking into. I have a product
Yeah,
actually on using voice AI for customer support. So I'm looking into integrating vCons to see how well we can find those hidden nuances, those things that you wouldn't manually get out of listening to conversations, but it's something that can be picked by AI, which was what I showed in the hack.
Yeah,
So I'm looking into, applying such vCon into the product. So we'll see how that goes from there.
cool. Now, is that product part of one sensor center?
Yes. One center.
Yeah, just a little bit of background. So, Ziad is a multiple time winner at TADHack. He won on Dave Horton's sponsorship under Jambones. So, well done with that.
Thank
And then, of course, with this hack, won on vCon. And of course, Jambones and vCon really are, nice hand in hand technologies. So you, again, well done, Ziad. Thomas.
so I want to just thank you for your hack. What we really wanted to do was to just to demonstrate all the different ways and different ways you could use vcons from simply as a document to being into software, and to show all the insights you could get from it. And I thought you did that really wonderfully. So thank you for participating. You really deserve this award. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Honestly, it's my pleasure. I'm also really, really appreciative of TADHack being an inclusive platform. It's not every time we really get the opportunity over here to participate in something like that. And I was speaking with Ken, who is
Mhm.
the chief marketing officer at vCon, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, we talked about this as well. And I said. It opens up to solutions that ordinarily we wouldn't have even heard of. For instance, vCon. To be honest, I first got introduced to Strollid. So Strollid, I knew it as. That was some years back. I
Yes.
think that was 2023 or so, late 2023 or
Mhm.
2024, I think. So to be honest, I didn't know what it was about or what to use it for. But this coming into this year, it's been introduced as vCon, and having all these sessions has really opened my mind to such tools. The concept itself, the value it gives to its users is something unheard of, to be honest. And I was telling Ken, I said I'm amazed, to be honest, and I really love a product like, because I'm an idea person.
Yep.
So anytime I see such powerful tools, whether it's the full, how would I put it, the maximum potential of it is being told to us or not, I try to strive to get it myself. So thank you. I'm really short of words, to be honest. I'm in a noisy place, so
don't worry, Ziad. Yeah, I mean that's
no
this
problem.
is the real world. And I think that one of the
Absolutely.
things with vCon is, I think within Nigeria, you can drive some interesting consulting projects as well. So
Oh
I
my
think
God.
what you've
Oh
built
yeah.
up here, you could become like the center of excellence in the implementation of vCon throughout Nigeria. But anyway,
Yeah.
enough of
Yeah.
that. That's the future.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, can I just say that too? Because I think that's really, really, really something I should have said too, which is, this might be the future of a lot of consulting. A lot of consulting can be done by the combination of your expertise and the customer's voice.
Yeah.
Right. At all kinds of levels, at the marketing level, the sales level, the customer sat. There's so many other things you can do by taking those intersections. So I thought that was writ so large with your work. That was really, really, really.
Again,
Thank you.
thank you so much, Ziad. Now,
Yes, hi, good afternoon.
hey, yeah, we're nearly afternoon. We can use that. So thank you so much for joining us, Bello. So Thomas is interested to understand where the idea came from, Bello.
So basically, it was just a brainstorming session we had with my partner. So we've been exploring the best use case for applying the vCon, basically.
Gotcha.
And so basically, that was how we narrowed down the best use case for what we thought was the best use case for vCon.
So was there anything, so as you've gone through this, I'm sure you've understood vCons better, and you're kind of getting your head into what the power is. What is it that you've learned in the last, through this process that you didn't know before? Is there any insights coming in, or anything that you go, oh my goodness, I could use it for this?
Yeah, so basically the thought around, or the thought brand building was, I think majorly the use case we thought of, one of them was around improving basically machine learning algorithms around voice and virtual conversations. Basically, that was one of the aha moments we got when and building. And so how different use cases for the amount of data that you can actually get from that, and sort of use it to improve your anything that has to do with virtual conversations.
Yeah. Was there anything that you, just in terms of like challenges, stuff that you wish you had known before, or stuff that you think that we could have done better? How, from your perspective, was that what more could we have done to support you here?
Well, nothing comes to mind at the moment. I think one of the what we are still trying to understand is the vCon store. Like we don't understand what that is particularly.
This is that's a good point. The vCon store actually has a couple of different sort of aspects to it. It's a lot like an elephant with blind men, So part of it is, and this is part of what I'm trying to establish, is when you have a store, when you have a vCon store, which is what we're putting together, there's an architecture that supports it. Like, where do the vCons come from, and who can get to them, and how do I discover them and attach the application to the information? And a lot of that stuff, needs to get fleshed out, and not necessarily because it's difficult, but because we all should do it the same way.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to avoid in the vCon store is what we've seen a lot in telecom stores, which is silos. But we want the application, right? Yeah, we want the application developers to be able to like accept vCons from whatever network. We want network providers to be able to pick the vCon applications that they think are good for their customers, and that kind of open ecosystem requires an agreement of how you connect to each other. And so that's part of what we're doing here. Another aspect of this is to show that there are applications. There are really interesting things that you couldn't have done before that vCons allow you to do. So it's not just like the same old applications on a new mode of communications. It's just a brand new way of looking at things entirely. And so that's kind of what we're building up towards and trying to propagate.
Excellent. That's great.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being part of it.
Thank you for allowing us to be part of it.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much, Thomas and Bello and Ziad, who's in the background there. Again, well done, guys. We greatly enjoyed your hacks. And I hope you're doing some Telnex hacking in the background as well. So I'll see you all again soon.
All right, then. Yeah, we are actually.
Excellent. Thanks again. Bye-bye.